welcome to Rift Forge Studio chat.
Chat.
So there's two faces.
No,
You might not recognise.
Six faces.
Six faces, yeah.
There are six
Yeah.
faces.
There's a,
They
couple
all
of,
can count.
as a caveat before we start, there are a couple of beers down on a few members. We brought the Northern contingent down. Welcome, Luke and Rich.
Welcome to the South.
This is Luke.
Rich.
Yeah.
And if Luke has a mark on his head, it's because this man closed his boot on his head. So
That's not even a
You
joke.
can't prove that, and no one was
He
right.
tried to kill me with my own carbo.
So the agenda of tonight is to sort of just chat about what we've got planned for the channel going in for the next year or so, isn't it?
And to intro these guys. 'Cause
And intro these
you won't have
guys.
seen them before.
They do quite a bit behind the scenes, but yeah, not that you've seen them on camera before. We are
If you've
obviously
ordered a conversion, you've probably had this man build
Yes.
it for you.
I'm sorry.
so you guys are down and we're recording 3 BAP reps this weekend.
Yeah.
We've got a really hobby weekend planned, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like a studio event day, really, event weekend, isn't it? Really, where
Yeah.
getting us down because we've been a bit absent for a while, I suppose.
Crap.
Yeah, it was a nice way.
In other words.
Yeah.
Subtle.
And no breakages on the way down. I think we
No.
did well, didn't we?
No, I was worried about the Warhound just because it is a bit tight. I built it as usual without giving a shit about how it measured up. But it fits just about.
But it's here and it's not broken and it looks awesome. So
And you're gonna see
we'll
it.
get to see that,
Yeah.
And we didn't have any car issues.
No car. All right. Yeah, my car blew up. Ha ha ha. Move on.
Right,
This is
so
where we
where are
have
we going to
this.
start? Are we going to start with campaigns planned?
Well, do you want to start with what we're doing this weekend? In terms of the actual back reps?
So that's probably makes sense. So we got so Tom's idea was to make it a little bit of fluff combined for the 3 games,
You like to fluff.
and then Neil suggested using Attrition's Helium Bridge event
Yeah.
And terrain.
and terrain. So you got a brief like little fluff about the Helium Bridge.
Not really. No, we ran an event recently for. I just wanted an event where we could build a massive bridge all the way down the middle of the tables, which we did.
Good event.
Yeah, much stress.
Yeah.
Put the bridge together. Stress ever since. Reese keeps threatening to smash it. He hasn't smashed it yet, so we glued the bits back together that were still there.
So he's half smashed.
Half
I'd carelessly put away.
carelessly put away, yeah.
Accidentally
With a
on
boot,
purpose.
yeah. So yeah, effectively you try and take control of this bridge because it's the gateway to the inner sanctum and all the dark mech technology and that sort of stuff. So we've got 3 tables laid out.
Yep.
We're going to have the bridge. The bridge is kind of planet spanning. That was the whole narrative. So there's going to be 3 different tables. The bridge is going to be cut through the middle of all those tables.
Yeah, for like cities and different.
Yeah,
like,
for cities and battlefield, crash wall or Titan, that sort of stuff. So
That's
yeah,
gonna be
should be
cool.
good.
And then we're hoping there's like, it's 3 games, so it's got to be traitor win, or unless someone gets a draw, right? But so it'll be traitors or loyalists will control the bridge at the end of this series.
Yeah, and to keep the suspense going, if the first 2 wins are loyalist, we'll just put them out of order.
Yeah, because
So,
we can time travel
we
stuff
can
right
do
now.
that. So the suspense will be there either way.
Yeah, no.
Or just mess with the rules. And
I'm loyalist, so loyalists are going to win. So
Deadlock for the traitors. Good stuff.
Well, we'll see.
Traitor wins.
so yeah, traitor possibly winning, loyalist maybe winning.
Hoping for a traitor wins. So
That's
that's
this
So
weekend.
what would be
Yeah.
sick would be 3 draws.
oh, actually, no, I'm the
Sick,
loyalist.
how boring is that?
Sick.
I don't know, I quite like a draw.
Yeah.
About winning.
Oh no, I like just at the
England
end.
quite like a draw, right?
Oh. I mean, I don't
Too soon.
care,
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, by the time this goes out, we could be on.
That's the Steel's
Ignore
fan.
that.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
So that's the plan for this weekend.
Yes. Prime
Yeah.
Minister weekend.
And then, like I just said, upcoming campaigns then. Obviously, Reese and I have just concluded our Cathonia campaign.
We have.
It's a lovely campaign. We both had quite a lot of fun, didn't we, Reese?
Yeah.
Reece had loads of fun painting the Stormbird.
We had a lot of fun. Well, Reese painted a lot of stuff.
And
Yeah.
if that pause
And
is
hated everyone.
Reese. Well, I said 5,000 points, and Reese said yes, and then Reese had a lot to paint, so he was a bit stressed. Hence, his-
I mean,
Two cans of Monster.
it is entirely self. I brought it on myself because I do have 5,000 points of fist, but that's not what I wanted to take. So
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Get stuff
New
painted.
models, new fun, right?
So, second campaign, we are thinking.
Announcement.
Go on then, Neil.
Yeah, you do. It's fine.
All right.
It's your bag.
Is it? Neil is going to do Cygnus Prime.
Cygnus Prime. Demons.
That'll be cool.
Very exciting.
Yeah,
Get
so
some
it's going to
demons
be
on.
demons versus dark angels, blood angels.
Yeah.
So that is our next one. And then our third one, which is probably going to be after Christmas time, we reckon, because that campaign's going to be probably take us up to Christmas, right?
Yeah, I expect it.
Is going to be right back to the beginning of the heresy for Ispanpuri.
Right, so
And we just saw us coming down for that because we were doing some armies for that as
Absolutely.
well, right?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
everyone's.
So who's doing what army for Islam 3, just so everyone knows? What are you doing?
Well, I've already got Suntoris, so I'll probably do that.
Boring. What are you doing?
or of all the legions that no one else is painting, because someone's got it.
Because you're a lad.
He's got Emperor's Children, he's doing
Not
Emperor's
much
Children.
information so far.
Yeah.
Who's doing Emperor's Children?
Reese.
Reese.
Am I?
Yeah, you've already got him.
Oh, well, you serve you.
Well, no, not. Well, I haven't.
Actually, at the moment, neither do I.
Yeah.
Got an idea. I wouldn't say it's for
So basically, there's 4 legions. There's 6 of us, so there are going to be duplicates of some legions, but that's cool because there's going to be different bands of warriors about, so it's going to portray that, right?
Yeah. Good. In fact, yours could be Loyalist Emperor's Children, yours could be Traitors or vice versa.
And that exactly, yeah. There's 2 sides to it, right? So yeah, that's 2 of the armies.
I'm doing World Eaters.
We're doing World Eaters. Rich,
I've got Sons of Horus, so I'll probably use it as an opportunity to convince myself to do, again, probably maybe a Lunar Wolf force.
yeah,
Mix it up a little bit, because I've got plans for other armies, but later in the Horus series. So I think I'll
Sounds good.
probably lean into and copy everyone else is already doing Lunar Wolves,
Good luck getting transfers.
and try and mix that up myself. Yeah.
Oh, no, Guy, actually. Transfers.
There we go.
Neil knows guy.
Right, that's me then, Lunar Wolf.
And then Luke, just you.
Undecided yet. I'll make the decision a little bit
Yeah.
further down the
That's
road.
code for solar.
That's code for all of the men with
Who
tanks.
are we missing?
Death Guard,
Death Guard.
which
Tom's
leads
got
us to
covered.
Tom.
Yeah.
So we are winning. So you're fighting over Emperor's Children, but you've already got Death Guard, right?
I didn't say.
He didn't know. I made it. I made something out of nothing. And that's what I like to do.
So yeah, that's campaigns.
Yeah. There are more planned too.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
more planned.
Just
Just
probably
more
work it
painting.
out, but it's fan 3, so what's next?
It's fan 4.
5.
Oh my god.
And we've definitely got to do a late heresy campaign at some point, right? But build up to that, because I especially think with, like Fulgrim and some of the other Primarchs that have been released with that extra sort of late heresy
Oh
buzz.
yeah, coming out. That's good.
Horus Ascended,
Yeah.
Fulgrim Transcended, like we've got to do something late heresy, just because I think that'll be so cool to see on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Especially with,
And
you
you've
know,
got Horus Ascended.
Yeah, Horus Ascended, we've got Fulgrim,
Demon Fulgrim.
we've got the
Yeah.
Titans that we can get on the board.
Most important
Everyone
man,
loves to see
Dawn.
big stuff, right?
So what?
Yeah, no one's bothered.
Nobody cares about Dawn.
Yeah, no one's worried about that.
I mean, Demon Angron.
Yeah.
Do you
Not
think
full
they-
old
do
school,
you think they'll
but-
do a model for him, like a resin model
Yeah.
or plastic?
Yeah.
I think definitely.
With the plastic one, it's
They can make
difficult.
money out of it.
Yeah.
I think they should.
I think what I'd want to see is a heresy version of Mortarion that isn't as weird as the plastic one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I personally don't think they will redo any of the plastics.
Well,
No,
I think it's plastic Gilliman and resin Gilliman, isn't it?
Fulgrim's a giant
Yeah,
resin.
but that's-
but the resin Gilliman came out first, and the plastic ones.
Yeah, but I reckon they'll do a plastic.
Derived around the 40k universe, isn't it? My
Plastic
point is
Fulgrim.
that they would.
They've done 2 Horus models.
I'd like to see a Lorgar transfigured, actually.
Yeah.
They've had rules for that for so long. I mean, I don't like
Yeah,
that,
since the beginning. Yeah.
but like he's the first Primarch that had 2 profiles, really.
Hmm.
And they just never did anything. with
Oh,
it.
well, you still got to wait for the Carnage bike.
No.
So
Good point.
Yes, Carl on the bike, that would be good too.
Yeah, definitely. So
That's
that's
turned into a bit of a wish list now.
Yeah, that's what I was just
Move on.
thinking. How
That's
many
stuff that
moved
we
on to hopes
want.
and dreams?
Yeah.
talking of wish lists. We've heard some rumours recently, haven't we? From I know Reese doesn't want to talk
Oh,
about.
yeah.
I was going to say, are we
But,
getting
uh,
Oh, there's
It's
the
just
roll.
start bleeding out of his eyes.
So we've heard some rumours, but we have no idea if it's confirmed or not. That version 3 is in playtesting.
3.0. I'm pretty sure it is. I've got a relatively good authority that it's being play tested.
Yeah.
It's interesting to know what they would change, right? Because 2 came in like a hammer. I personally at the start was someone who was just not into it.
I don't think it's
And
going to
then
be as
played
big
it.
as 2. I think it's going to be like a 2.5.
No, it'd be a
type
fix,
thing.
right? You'd think it'd be a fix. So I think like they've got to do something with reactions. There's no way you can have a squad of 10 Volkites and pump out that many shots over a turn and 2 reactions.
Oh, what if you do like intercept?
Yeah.
I think that's an easy
Overwatch.
fix. They haven't done that in
Exactly.
have they? Which
I mean,
makes me think maybe they're not going
Yeah,
to.
but that's because it's in the key rules, isn't it? And that's changing the rule book essentially.
Yeah, but all it's got to be is if it's a heavy weapon, it has to snap fire, it makes more than one reaction.
Yeah. What I'd like to see
That
is
was
the
the
same
thing,
rules for infantry as for tanks, so they can't react with like
Heavy
heavy
or
or ordnance. Or
And I want to
stuff
see
like
a
that.
fix that
Oh,
Sons of
quite
Horus
still
advanced
many.
reaction.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe if they made it heavy or ordnance, you could
Yeah.
return fire with. That'd be interesting.
I think it is coming. Is there anything you'd like to see in 3.0?
Cheaper.
I'd like to see flyers usable again, actually, because they're far
yeah,
too
flyers
easy
need
to
to
fly.
come
Yeah,
back
I
because
mean-
they look so cool.
I found a way to try and use the Fire Raptor because I think it's a cool model. Went through a lot of length to get it positioned in a cool pose without it falling over some of the time. But yeah, I think like you don't see any flyers because everyone's terrified. Or if you do, it's 3 Xiphons, you know, because you've got that protection. And I think there's some really cool models, and to see more of them, because you just don't see flyers. I mean, how many times when I've been to events, have I said to you, like, what units do you not see that much? And as well as destroyers, it's you don't see many flyers.
It's that heavy support squad with last cannon sat at the back, intercept.
Yeah.
I mean,
Massive
even when
signal.
people do bring them, we've had people bring Angel's Wrath lists, full of Storm Eagles and stuff, and they just fold immediately, and it's a nothing game, isn't it?
Yeah, I've played Ollie's Ultramarines. And,
Yeah, he's got a lovely
just-
list. and it's
That's a
just-
lovely list, yeah.
And
I played that with
It just doesn't work because of 2.0, which is unfortunate because it looks cool.
I think 3.0 will be that balance. Like, for Solar at the minute,
There's someone throwing shade over there.
No, they'll be usable when they go plastic because they make the rules really good. So,
Oh,
Oh, you're saying GW have a sales tactic?
cynical take from Tom.
Well, there
It's
goes
not
that
wrong.
sponsor.
tell me
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
We're not getting in the partner program now. Oh, that's that done, yeah.
We're not getting free models to paint, are we?
but the problem is,
Can't play
apart
on the
from
ball.
the Vanquisher, there is no incentive to take any of the other turrets that go with that tank.
No.
How about the incentive is for a nice game? How many Vanquishers have you
How
got
many
for
people
tomorrow?
go? How many people
Four.
go for a nice game though?
People
People
say
say
it's
like-
not bad.
People say, "Oh, nice game," but then they just bring whatever's going to pump their friends.
I'll let you know tomorrow when Tom's had his way with me.
Is he going to buy you a drink first? Though? That's the point.
Don't you find
I
Tom's
don't
not very
know.
good with Dark Angels?
I've
Tom could
seen
be-
a lot of Solar Rocks. There's a lot to get through. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know. He could be gentlemanly and give me a
it
hot
takes some
twat.
chewing.
Oh,
It takes
Oh,
some
yeah,
chewing.
that's for you, Mac.
yeah. Hope you're watching.
But I think I don't know. I think reactions is a big thing. I don't think they're broken like some people say. And like I say, I was when I read the rules before playing version 2, I was against it because it felt like they just changed. Like Night Lords were a combat army, and now they're not. Like to play Night Lords properly, you've got to be a shooting army.
Yeah, even Ed said that.
Yeah,
we
like
play all the time.
and Sons of Horus.
Shout out to Sector Wargame.
Yeah,
They've
And-
had Wrecker.
Well, it's changed. Sorry, beg your pardon. They've been Wrecker. Yeah, sorry.
and Sons of Horus changed as well, and that obviously I was just getting Sons of Horus as the version change came in, so for their kind of approach to change on its head, really riled me up. But I played a few games and actually like everyone always complains about like Fury lists, like Dreads do need balancing, absolutely, because they went from being one shot death things to now they're impossible to kill. But like the first game we played, version 2, like Alpha Legion against your Raven Guard Fury list, like it was actually really
It was
close.
close. Yeah, it was close.
So like I think people don't come into it with that open mindedness. So I don't think there's as much that need changing as some might think.
How
I
those
think the
400
brutal 3 on the Dreadnoughts is the problem.
They've got to balance
too hard
dreads.
to kill. I think
They're,
it's like every time they hit
insanely
something,
hard to
it's
kill, and
murder.
if they get into combat, everything's dead.
I actually wouldn't mind just getting rid of Brutal.
You don't like it as
altogether.
well?
No, because that balances out high toughness, high wound models.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Essentially, you need to bring in ranged brutal.
Yeah.
That's
Ranged brutal
Make
would be
last
good.
cannons brutal instead of sunder, and you'll solve a lot.
Or
More.
make 'em
Like a
brutal too.
Vanquisher.
Like the Vanquish
Yeah,
cannon.
brutal.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That's not a bad shout, actually.
Because the last cannons are too effective and too cheap at sunder.
Yeah,
Make 'em
but you
brutal.
do risk making contemptors and stuff being crap again.
I think
I'd still. They
No,
still
your
fold
Contempted
to
Fist is
last
brutal
cannons.
3, your
Yeah.
last cannon's brutal 2.
Yeah.
I think
It's got to get there.
heavy support squads need a bit of a points increase because of how cheaply available.
Oh
you
yeah,
can
they
get.
need at least 50 points. I
Yeah,
think.
like you can
base.
get 10 last cannons with a master signal, and it's cheap as chips. And it's one of the most effective units in the game at the minute.
But it's the combination of them with the reaction and stuff.
Yeah.
They shoot, they intercept, and then they react
Overwatch
again.
or whatever.
And you got three shooting rounds.
Yeah.
But that brings into the finesse of 2.0 is that playing that mini game with baiting out reactions.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it different from 1.
But I think that's the thing because like they've done it so like you can choose reactions, can't you? So you can declare 5 Overwatches and pick whichever. Where it's not like it used to be where your first charge is if you're
Yeah,
going to Overwatch.
yeah.
So I think they just need to bring in a little bit more of that balance.
Do you think it's a game of gotchas?
No.
Because that's all it gets labelled as, isn't it? With
No,
gotcha
it's
people.
not.
I don't think so.
Everyone's aware now.
Everyone's aware.
Yeah.
It's not.
But I hated reactions at the start.
It's-
Since I've
Even
played a
though
few
you need
games, I'm used
reactions,
to it.
everyone goes, "What's your unique reaction?"
Yeah.
Start a game, and everyone goes,
Yeah.
"That's Destiny." Yeah, all right, I've
We
got to
changed the
watch
Sons of
out
Horus one for a start.
We don't play for.
How?
We don't play heresy for the gotchas, do we? Really?
No.
No, that's,
No,
that's
no.
what 40k and
We play for
all
the
their
group,
special
right?
rules are for.
And sometimes, even if they're about to do something, you go, by the way, you know, I've got this.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and if that's how people play in Heresy, right?
If Heresy and events were gotchas, we wouldn't come down from Leeds and Hull
That's just because it's
to
a weird
events.
one.
Like, it's about the it's
Just to
about the
see Neil and Reese.
It's about the people
Smiley
you play,
faces.
and I don't think it is like that. I think if you play it like that, then maybe evaluate your game group, possibly. But like this, like Sean said, there's always an element of, yeah, if you do that, beware, I can do this. Like my advanced reaction is this. Like when we played, like you can charge your just airing in, but my advanced reaction is going to turn off all your benefits, and we're going to be locked in forever.
That was before the FAQ, right?
Yeah.
But because now Sons of Horus, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So that's obviously also some of our wish list for maybe 3.0. Future armies painting. What's everyone got on their mind on the
Do we have
table?
enough time to go through Neil's
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Wow.
Neil wants to do everything.
Have you seen the mech, right? The mech on
Oh,
the
yeah.
channel by now.
Yeah, so we're picking on you, so you might as well go first.
What else have we got? So World Eaters for Isfahan, they're coming.
Yeah.
So 1 or 2 commissioners that are slightly behind. Sorry, everyone that's waiting. Thanks, Luke. What else? Thousand Suns
Yes.
to go with the mech.
And that will lead into,
Leading to yet another campaign.
campaign.
You don't need to be a brain surgeon to figure that out, probably. And then what else have I got?
Scars.
Scars. I forgot about
Oh, yeah.
Scars. Yeah, Scars. They're
It's
coming
been your
too.
recent thing to do a couple of little spot projects, huh?
Yeah, they're really good fun to paint. I really enjoy painting the Scars.
Yeah, they look cool.
Militia.
as well.
You talk to Josh too much.
Yeah, Josh. Shout out to Josh. Water _beast on Instagram. If you haven't seen his Scars, go and check him out.
They're lovely.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
a batter up with me, Demons versus White Guards
Yeah,
Commands.
that's
It's
really cool.
brilliant. Such a lovely army.
Really nice guy, really nice army.
Yeah.
Yeah, spot
Um,
lad.
I think that might be it. Yeah, militia, small militia detachment. Obviously, the knights are trickling in. A couple more titans to paint. Probably I'll shut up now. Someone else can speak.
Right. Well, we might as well move that way then, Luke.
Well, Neil's got my Blood Angels, my Custodes.
That is one of the commissions that's like.
That's two.
The Dark Angels are getting built, and the militia is slowly creeping up in points.
Okay.
Yeah, quite a bit.
How can they increase from this?
Militia and Solar are 2 different armies.
Yeah. Come on.
Are they also great?
No, I was thinking they would be like a cream.
Sick bird.
Spicy.
It's just urban camo, that's why they're grey.
Yeah.
Go on then, Rich.
I'm not even really sure where to start. So, collecting Sons of Horus since the start, I've apparently signed myself up literally in this video for Lunar Wolves, which is
Self-introduced.
surprising to myself. But I think actually that'll be quite a cool project to have like Loken at the front and have that kind of nostalgic army. Working on a couple of small projects, which we all know how that goes in Heresy. It ends up being 5,000 point armies for Word Bearers and Night Lords. Leaning heavily into the traitor side, of course. Loyalists are boring. And the big
Excessive man doing the
and the big one for me is the Warlord. You know, by this point you've probably seen the Warhound, the absolute mountain that was for me personally to get over, because I've always hated painting big models, but now I've managed to get over that with the help of other guys in the studio as well as other people in the hobby in terms of like techniques for approaching that, getting that Warlord built.
Built your
And getting that
confidence,
on the
that's to get it done.
yeah, and getting that on the studio, I think is going to be a big thing for me.
You'll have a Titan off
To have
back
that
rep.
great big
Sweet.
mountain of a Furion Titan on the board, I think it's going to look awesome.
He's done a fantastic job with Warhounds, so I'm sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
nice.
it's nice.
The pictures in the camera will not do it justice. It looks amazing.
Yeah, the base is.
Just to
Saying
be
that because I
clear.
borrowed his technique.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Like,
Well, I'm not mentioning one.
this is and this is a point actually. Like, I think we don't just do tutorials for other people. Like, we follow our own tutorials, and I think that's a big thing. Like, I didn't know how to approach the base of my Warhound. Looked at Sean's video and thought, you know, actually that will balance that really well, and it worked.
Yeah.
So,
We are like great
do
hobby
help.
sharers to you guys and ourselves.
yeah,
aren't we?
definitely.
just an emotional support group, really,
Yeah.
for each other. And Reese is
Support or
here.
abuse?
It's called
Abuse for time.
We're going to make
Depends on
your
the day, I
wallet light.
support, peer pressure, balances.
Go on, Anton. What you got? Well, you've mentioned Empress Children, so why don't you talk about those?
Yeah, I'd like to start Empress Children.
You've done a little test scheme,
I have
haven't you?
done a little test scheme.
Have we seen that yet? As in,
I remember
we, I mean,
that,
the
actually.
internet, we. Yeah, but
No.
The royal
socials.
we.
Oh,
Royal
on
we.
Instagram.
Yeah.
On Insta.
Uh,
Red First Paints, go check it out.
Red Fuzz Hobbies, isn't
Or was it
it?
Red First? Oh, Red First. Oh, sorry, Tom.
Don't bother me. No, first. I put it up for my own pleasure.
Empress Children.
Yeah, sorry, so bad.
Right, I'd like to finish the Dark Ages properly. I'd like to now Mexico in plastic. That's more accessible. And finish the Death Card properly. Probably.
Where you
What do you
cast
want?
Dave?
They're just not playable.
You look warm, so not playing.
In front line, they get shot off the board. They don't have any survivability.
Yeah.
And in Zone Metalis, they're just broken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd probably agree.
Yeah, there's
with
no
that.
middle ground.
There
There's
is.
no middle ground.
You,
If they
you
had an
started-
assault, if they had an assault transport that was reasonably priced,
Hmm.
then they're probably doable, but they're just not. I don't think.
Yeah,
they're
not with the 605 ball going across the table.
No.
Not with all those last counts kicking
No,
up.
exactly.
But
It's,
cheap-
Your custoder is ZM for something, Luke?
Yeah, they were cheesy, I know. I mean, the way I see custos now, the only way to really run them is with Valdor, because he can deep strike 3 units.
and with a big sisters contingent, right?
Yeah.
The worst time I've had
Yeah.
playing Custodes is that mix of sisters
But they're
and
not.
Custodes.
They're not combined attachment now. They're
No.
independent, aren't they? So.
Yeah, but fact, maximum allied attachments, as many as you want. Get them all in there.
I'd like to do a Smatter and Assisters. I've still got Kroll and whatnot. But
I've got Kroll, sexy Kroll.
I love the transports, it's just.
if that goes past.
Yeah, I think the sisters transports are really nice. Actually.
I think that's the next army release.
Yeah, they've still got quite a few.
Yeah.
It needs,
Because-
Because they have lots of rules. for
Yeah,
units,
when you
they
look
don't
at
yeah.
when you look at their books, there's so many units that you can't. You'd
Don't
have
they
to
have sisters
fully
on-
customise.
Don't they have
Sisters
sisters on
jetbags.
jetbikes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be cool to see.
And
Really
Sniper
cool.
Sisters as well.
Mm.
Right, we are running out of time. So, Reese, what have you got planned?
What haven't
So
you got planned?
yeah, I've got. What have I
Tears.
got?
Many,
I've got,
many
I've got
tears.
to finish Shattered Legions. I have
That'll be cool.
just done exactly what I did before with the fists and binned off all my Empress Children and started again, going full Hereticus.
Lad.
I've then got, once the Shattered Legions is at 3k, I've then got to work out how to make those models compatible with a 3k list for Iron Hands, Raven Guard, and Salamanders.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, and then, and somewhere in the middle of all that, I'd like to paint my Reaver. I need to finish the final details on the Stormbird.
Or strip the Reaver first.
Yeah.
That's the review you bought off me, right?
Yeah.
Keeping the family.
Keep it in the house.
So, all this stress you just put yourself under to get everything painted for the campaign, you're just piling on more stress. Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of painting if you ain't got a deadline?
Exactly. That's what I
Reese
did.
thrives under pressure.
Hey, mate.
That's why everyone signs up to events.
Oh, and I've got all my Solar to do,
Oh, yeah.
which again are getting repainted. So
Yeah. So you
back to the drawing board with them.
So we know who the workhorse of the studio is.
deadlines get stuff painted.
It's true, to be fair. Like, my deadline for my Sons of Horus was this weekend, and I'd completely revamped him purely because I was a disappointment to myself and my family before.
Well, Stormblade painted 2 sets of these brand new heavy Sentinels.
And the Titan, you painted the Titan pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
2
I haven't
months.
painted the Titan.
And you, Sean?
So I've just finished the Sons of Horus pretty much. So I've got quite a big commission on that. I need to get done, but on the side of that is going to be demons.
Oh yeah, you're
Demons.
Full red ones. So you would have seen Neil's
Full red
absolutely
ones.
gorgeous black ones, and you should see some red ones later in the year.
You are a
I've
bit
seen my-
gorge for demons at the moment, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
God. Tactical
Two messes
language.
for demons.
yeah. I am.
Turgid.
I was looking for a word. Probably not that one, but
I'd like to add a bit more to the Nurgle, I think.
yeah, we got
No,
you
no.
there.
Horrible.
Yeah.
So I've got Tamakan as a
Oh, that's such a good model. That.
as the big
Such a
demon.
good model.
I hate no demons.
Right, before we round out this video, I think it's fair to give a fair shout out to our members and just thank them, really.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
guys.
everyone that's on
Just for
Discord
spotting
as well, everyone that's following YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you
we've
very much.
acquired terrain and stuff out of all the
Yeah.
extra cash, and we're just pumping it straight back into the channel to
All I say is
make it better, right?
It helps
Yeah.
revamp the content so it's not just same old, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
like the tables, I've used some of this terrain before and it's still completely different to when I've played on it before. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And apparently it paid for me ordering 2 pizzas.
Neil can't count.
In fairness,
That bastard.
that actually happened.
And then he rang us up and he didn't even have the pizza he wanted.
No,
So we had 2 different
And then whilst
pizzas.
they're on the phone, he didn't even think to cancel the extra pizza
Yeah.
we're talking about.
wasn't my order, mate.
He only
I
had
mean, it's
one
pretty
there,
clear
that
when
was
there's an
cool.
extra pizza, it needs cancelling, right?
It's not like it's not going to get eaten.
That's not true.
Yeah, lunch for tomorrow sorted, isn't it?
Everyone's fancies some spicy farts, right?
Cool.
Not anymore.
So is everyone happy that we've spoken about everything that we wanted to?
I think so. Yeah, I think if you're interested and you haven't joined YouTube membership yet and Discord, there is a community on there now. They're going to start a campaign for all Discord members that we're all going to participate in as well.
Yep.
And
And that's Discord exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
Everyone
So
can
I-
communicate, and then it's easier.
I think that's
And share the
Ollie. Is Ollie going to keep track of that?
So I think Ollie's written up the thing, and I think
Yeah.
it was Greener's sort of initiative that sort of I think he first
Yeah,
proposed
he did
it.
suggest it. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so those 2 are the main 2.
We might
From
roll,
my memory,
roll some
I might
back
be
rep
wrong.
results into it, maybe.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I think
Yeah.
we should do for those guys, and then add it to the campaign.
I think that's going to start in July too. So if you
Yeah, so that should
Jump on
go
board.
very close.
very close.
Ooh,
yeah.
very close.
I think as always, it's always good to like, if you think there's some stuff you want to see that we haven't done yet. We've done a lot of adapting over the years, right? Like with the content we did for videos, for tutorials, for back reps.
Oh, that's something I want to say actually. Is that we have got more content other than back reps
Yeah.
ready, haven't we? So we are doing more painting videos, and I know I'm doing my conscious chill. I know you want to come in for a day and like paint in the studio, and
Yeah, there's a
Bash
few
out
things on
the
there.
Legion
I'll come
tutorials.
down to it, yeah.
Yeah.
and you
Techniques,
boys up
videos.
north have got stuff that you guys want to do. So we are trying to get it
Yeah.
all to fit in.
And the reviews too. We've got factions to review and that we want to
Yeah.
do as well. So
I think something I'm looking forward to is the video we talked about a little while back, Sean, was like everyone's had a kit at some point from Forge World where you get a piece that you might need replacing or whatever, so you might have a half kit lying around.
Yeah.
Going to look at making like a piece of scatter terrain or something with like
Yeah,
half-
so
half a
I've
land raider.
given you like half a land raider.
Yeah,
thing,
half
and
land
you've
raider.
got
I've got some spare bits from plastic land raider kits, some spare tracks with the bits and bobs. So we're just going to look at a video on like how to turn that stuff that's spare, you know, instead of chucking it on Heresy Trading or whatever, eBay, turn it into something that can make your tables a little bit more
Look
unique.
cool,
and-
yeah.
Yeah, whether it's an objective.
And we're going to do that from like building it, converting it to painting it,
from the ground up, all the bits you need
and
to
then
do
playing
it.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like start to finish. So we'll get it on a back rep. We'll cover all the bits you need to try and just sort of like same as a painting tutorials, really. Like the little bits you can include to just up that game in terms of
Yeah.
it's a piece of plastic. that's
And
broken,
on
what do you do?
terrain as well, we'll try and keep it like quick and easy as well.
Yeah.
Techniques, because you don't want to spend forever on terrain, do you? Because
No.
it's big.
I'm looking at Reese because Reese paints a lot of terrain for our events.
Hence the face.
That's the face. Yeah, we've adapted that quick technique.
Yeah, so it'll be you know from building from scratch, the materials, the process, the painting, and get it on featured on a board. So stuff like that, I think just helping people turn their bits boxes into something useful.
Yeah.
So just before we go, I know Neil's mentioned about our little league thing on the Discord. If you do want to support us, there's affiliate links where you can just click and buy your stuff from there. That helps us. It doesn't mean anything to you guys, doesn't cost you any extra or anything. It just takes you to places to get the best discounts. Of which is Element Games and Colour Forge sprays. Tom's been doing a lot of the black recently. I think you're quite impressed with the black
Yeah,
We
undercoat.
use loads for the terrains.
And
Really
you
good.
guys use
Well,
loads.
yeah, we pretty much all our terrains Reforge, isn't it, in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah. What else we got? So we got Patreon. It's just instant access to the Discord, and it's just basically a tip for us to save up and then spend on more terrain and equipment, lights, cameras, action.
Not me together.
Set up weekend events so we can get more content and have that interest.
Yeah. Like we put this money in to like make this weekend possible, really, haven't we?
Yeah.
So
Get more back reps, get some different armies.
yeah.
Faces.
Different
Yeah.
faces.
As much as you might
Yeah.
lament seeing our faces on camera.
Hey, at least it's the faces.
And then the final one's members. That's probably the biggest one for you guys, to be honest, if you want extra stuff and stuff earlier, right?
Yeah.
Because every member gets videos early, every member gets access to our Cathonia campaign and future campaigns that will be
Sickness
coming.
campaign.
Yeah.
And then the higher tier gets you in the Discord as well. And there's a
Game
discount
Mat
code
discount,
for Game Mat EU.
Yeah.
So,
Again, so all the stuff they've said
saving
is
some money. In
brilliant.
fact, you could probably say if you just sign up for a month, you could probably save yourself quite a bit of money if you just
Yeah.
looking to buy some Game Mat stuff that month. Because I think what was it? Was it 5?
10%.
10% or
Yeah,
big
10%
10?
discount code.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. With
Big
trade.
shout out to them for supporting the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been proper sound.
Send us some-
And Matt's been very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both sides can get brilliant.
And Marshall supplying some
Yeah.
scout train as well.
Lovely
Yeah.
scout train as well. It's very nice.
Yeah, we've only painted, say we. Neil's only painted the barrels, but the rest of us got dished out. We'll get it done.
I've started the cranes.
No,
Bonus points.
He's made in black.
Yeah.
He's undercoated them.
The colour forge came out.
Yes.
So I think that's enough from us rambling. We're going to get back to some more beers, I reckon, lads.
There you go. Bed.
Time's going to bed.
It's quite late, and it was at nearly 12
Yeah.
o'clock, midnight.
Sleep when you're dead, right?
But, if you've got any questions or anything that you do want us to do, please put it in the comments.
Yeah.
We do read them all, I promise.
Yeah, we
So-
read them all, and if it's something that you want to see and we think it's viable, we'll definitely do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for watching.
Right,
Cheers.
cheers,
Cheers,
guys.
guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.